There we are. Hello, hi, ladies and gents, I'm DVC, and welcome back to another video, playing some more Ark, Survival Evolved. Oh, look close, let's look close, there we go. Hello. And today, we will be breeding up our Therizinos that have been sitting in cryopods for, I don't know how long since I got the twins here. So we're just going to go ahead and get these guys all taken care of, get some mutations. I think we'll just breed them as they go, I think. We do have one more female, but however, that one is still in the cryopod. We're going to have to wait a few minutes. Let's put Killjoy on passive for right now. Either that or just put her outside so she's not killing everything. And there's our guy, there's our Baryonyx, keeping the fish population next to dead in our pond here. Now, I'm just gonna get straight in. Genesis has been delayed. Surprise, surprise. Jake made a video on it. Gosh, I want to say last night. Last night / this morning. Wait, let me see. Let me see here. Yeah, I get all of my official Ark information from Jade Plays Games. So if it's not from him, if he didn't say it, then I don't believe it. You know, if that makes any sense. Let's see. Scroll. Oh, look, that's Lucky by Nature. I need to catch up with those guys again. Let's see. Looking. Scrolling. Lots of scrolling. Goodness, where is it? Okay, so for me, it was about 11 hours ago. Alright. And this isn't even the first time it was delayed either. That's kind of what people are taking issue with. Now, me, I've always been on the neutral side of it. Now, for a long time, I haven't really spoken on my issues with the game here, and that's kind of what sparked the whole Twitter thread, which is still up, by the way. You can find it. It's real easy to find. Let's see, what do I want to use? Let's go with the boat. Yeah, I haven't really been one to complain about, you know, the conditions of the game and whatnot, because I don't do PvP, so that aspect doesn't really affect me, if that makes sense. But I do see how some people could maybe feel upset. I don't know why I did that right now. But I can't see why that would be a problem for some. Okay, that has no mutations whatsoever, so let's go ahead and get rid of it. Where's my bow? There it is. Pew! Can we pick up the arrow? Can we pick up the arrow? Drag. Nope. Oh, that is a message from an ad, or whose things I recovered. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, you know what? Extinction got delayed. I believe Aberration got delayed. Extinction got delayed. All the expansions so far have been delayed or had some kind of problem with it. Now, it doesn't really bother me. Now, delays don't bug me. They don't. Now it is when they tell you at the last possible second. Now that's but yeah, no, I don't. I think delays happen. You know what? Delays in movies happen all the time. Look at the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, for prime example. Well, that one was also delayed because of people whining. Like, this is stupid. You know, that kind of stuff. And you know that I think that's the only situation where whining like a brat actually gets you something good. Now, I wouldn't condone it in most situations, but right here it's like, okay, come on. Let's add that Therizino. Okay, perfect. Let's drop this last cryo. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm being contacted, so I kind of have to respond to this. Okay. Well, okay, so we're looking for 639 for this one. Okay, and nothing so far. We just added the second Theri. But yeah, no, my thoughts on the delay is just oh wow, shocker. But you know what? I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised that that happened. I'm gonna take a quick drink here. My number one problem is that it's practically last minute. We wanted to believe that extinction. I keep saying extinction. That Genesis was supposed to drop, you know, at the end of this month. That's what we were expecting. It is now pretty much the end of this month, and there's been nothing. You know, there's been no news. They've been relatively silent about all of it, which, I mean, is a good thing and a bad thing, because really, you want them to be vocal about what's going on, but at the same time, I've said it before. I said it in my call to arms for this very subject matter of, hey, let's actually be helpful to the devs and put everything that we would complain about in one spot, so they can read it and be like, oh, okay, and just make their job easier. You know, there's that idea. Now, I'm still gung-ho for it. I still think that's a thing we should be doing. And one person did actually say something, which, I mean, I did read in a comment in one of my previous streams. And, I mean, it's all good. You know, but we need to communicate as much as we possibly can. Hey, we don't like this stuff right here. You know, focus these things. You know, that kind of stuff. It is worth noting that, you know, at least some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes is, well, not only noteworthy but also happening. Because, you know, they're still dealing with all the meshing and all that kind of stuff that I know next to nothing about. Because I don't PvP like that. I mean, I don't necessarily like PvP. The whole reason it's on my server now, as I've said before, is just so I can kill the bodies and not have to claim all these Therizinos and whatnot. And I can just kill them. I'm not known for my aim, I'll have you know. But anyways, what am I saying? If anything, I would much rather them be, and you know, actually Jay had brought up a good idea, actually, in his video, which, they say, hey, you know, give yourself a couple months advance, so that way you have plenty of time. Because see, if they said, "Oh, we'll have it by in between, have it by 2 months from now," right? You say, "Oh, we'll have it by 2 months from now," and that gives you the literally 3 month this month and the other 2 months in between then and now to complete your tasks. It's way easier than doing all of this last minute shenanigans that they've been doing all this time. And it makes a heck of a lot more sense as well. I'm just using the mail here so we can get both timers to go at the same time. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Jay there that really they should just give themselves more time to do that instead of saying, "Oh, we're delaying it again. Oh, we're delaying this again. Oh, we're delaying this again." Instead of doing that, they should have been doing that, but no, they're not. They keep making rash decisions that are just pissing off everyone. And that's not good. Now I do have the thing up right now with this crazy looking critter right here, the underwater boss. Obviously this is a live stream, so I can't really show it. But it is worth noting that this thing is bigger than a mosasaur. It's really cool. But yeah, Jesse and Jeremy here, we know that things have been quiet on Genesis news for the past few weeks, even though we've been deeply immersed in the pre-release development process. That being said, we are writing today to tell you that the final release date for Genesis Part 1 is now February 25th of 2020. Now, if they had said it would be out by February in like November or December, then they could, they would have, hey, we're expecting it by this, and or even like, if they said in December, we should be having it out by, the third month of this year. I think that's by March. Oh, we'll have it by March. So that gives you 3-4 months to completely polish it, and then you'd surprise us in late January, early February, a whole month or so earlier than we were expecting it. Right? Right. This additional delay will no doubt... Oh yeah, and it's simultaneously on all platforms. Cool. Very nice. Sweet. But there's still the issue of the delay itself, which they do address. It's saying the additional delay will no doubt come as a disappointment to everyone who is eagerly awaiting Genesis, myself included. We're extremely sorry to push it back an extra month, excuse me. But as we've been heads down with the rest of the team polishing and balancing and putting the final pieces together, we really felt that... We really felt that the extra weight will be worth it on both the quality of the base game and the ambitious new expansion. Which, okay, I'm glad that they're being so open about what's going on with the game. It's like, hey, here's what's happening. We don't like it, but here's what we're trying to do. They're not trying to repeat the same mistakes they've been making for all this time. That's what I think is happening, personally. Probably. Either that, or they're just sitting there with a dog, with his tail in between its legs. But oh no, this is. Maybe they are actually testing it. Because I know Jay had mentioned that there are people playing the devs actually on these servers with Genesis as it is right at this second, playing it. It's like, oh well, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem, blah blah blah, doing all that kind of stuff. And it's being worked on. You know what? To hear that people are actively playing this expansion before we do, and before even like the big YouTubers have it and whatnot. Like I just remembered freaking Atlas and how much of a slugfest that was. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I think everyone stopped working on that, which is why we've heard nothing about it, which I don't really care. Because it was never my cup of tea anyway. I was never really into Genesis, Atlas. I thought there was just gonna be another expansion for Ark, a free download expansion for Ark, but nope, it's like this whole different game. Which is like, wait, what? Why are you putting out a whole different game when Ark itself has a ton of things wrong with it? You know, it's like, come on, where are your priorities? That's kind of what it felt like for like 90% of the people that discovered this. It's like, I thought it was kind of stupid from the get-go. But anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of cool images and whatnot for Atlas. You know, the flying whale thing that looks like a humpback whale in the face, and the underwater boss, which still, my goodness, that thing is terrifying. But I still say the concept art for this creature was more terrifying than anything else. But seeing it rendered in game as well is pretty cool as well. I like it. Okay, I'm back. But anyways, I don't really have much thought on anything else on it. I mean, it is disheartening. I really was hoping to get some Genesis videos out for you guys, but this is like for the first time me actually talking about Genesis in a video and whatnot. So I figured, what the heck, with this delay, I might as well let my frustrations be known. Be like, hey, I'm not a big fan of it. And yeah, I know I seem all over the place with my thoughts and whatnot, but that's just how my brain is. It's just how I am as a person. And honestly, if you can't handle that, then I don't know what else to tell you. My brain likes to wander. Okay, really? Can I get a mutation, please? Can I get at least one? I don't care what region it is. Just give me one. Just one mutation. I don't care if it's the frickin' belly side. I just give me a mutation. Right, come on. Now, you know what? One thing I would definitely like. I guess I can put all my cards on the table. One thing, since they're working on polishing the game so much, I think one thing they could do is add more customizable options for custom servers, or even the single player. Because one thing I would like to see is being able to, like, for breed timers, if you modify the breed timers, right, this drop down menu appears, or this menu appears, right, and it lists all the breedable creatures in the game, right? And what it does is it's like, okay, based on your timer, what you have it set to, this is how long it will take the eggs to, hatch. Because Quetzals, Gigas, and bigger creatures like that, like the Yeti, they all take like 3 to 4 minutes to hatch, even on my timer. And Velens here, like Killjoy here, they take like almost no time at all, like 30 seconds. If you could modify the individual timer for each creature, now let me actually check real quick. I'm not actually gonna keep this Velen, but I'm gonna see real quick, just for a point of reference. Oh, not even 30 seconds, 18 seconds, or 20 seconds. But yeah, if all the eggs could be hatched out at the same amount of time, we could all set it to, oh, I want Theri eggs to hatch in like 30 seconds. Or I want Giga eggs to hatch in like, I don't know, 2 minutes. Now, if you could modify each individual timer, which I absolutely would take the 30 minutes to do, I would absolutely do that, then it'll all be worth it. Now I would like to see more options for customization. Because already I'm paying $18 for 2 servers. You know, little bit of an insider there. I'm paying $18 for 2 servers, and I don't feel like I have as much control of the game as I would like. But, you know, as if I'm renting a server for the month or whatever and whatnot, I would want to have more options. And more options would be great. Matter of fact, I would love to be... That's the number one thing I would like. Get out of my face, Helena. Goodness. I would just love to be able to do that. Fantastic. I think also it would just make the game a whole lot easier for us PvEers. And also, I would like an option to be able to kill and harvest the bodies in PvE. I would love to be able to do that. And not have to activate PvP and risk, you know, all of my stuff. Now, mind you, I do have offline rating turned on. You know, being destroyed behind my back. That's why I've been reluctant to actually turn on PvP on any of my servers. Because when I've done that in the past, I've always gotten attacked. So I'd rather that not happen at all. Which led to the whole, why there's even, you know, all this detailed crap happening in the first place of having to claim it and then kill it and then blah blah blah, all that stuff, and just getting on everyone's nerves. But yeah, no, it is an annoyance. It is something I don't like, but it's something I had to deal with for a while. So I just, rather than deal with it any longer, I just said, you know what, sod it, let's just do this. So here, this is where we are now. But yeah, no, those 2 things would be great. More egg options for customization of each individual animal. Now, honestly, I might end up nerfing the player damage slightly. I mean, sure, creatures like Gigas are harder to tame than others, but it's worth it in the end. Because I mean, speaking of Gigas, our one, it's over there. He's doing great. I've been looking for a second Giga. I haven't found anything yet, but I'm still looking. And yeah, it does take some time, and it is troublesome. I'll tell you what. But you know what? That's just how the game is. We don't have very much option for customization in that regard. But hey, what are you gonna do? You know, there's not much else that's possible. I would say more. Yeah, but I know there's probably something in the INI files, but I don't fool with that because I don't know if I will mess up the whole server or whatever. And I guess I could syntax, but I don't want to bother. I don't want to bother syntax. I mean, it's because of him that I even go with G Portal rather than anyone else. Because if I had stayed with, Nitrado, I'd probably be paying like $30, or probably even more than that, for my server. And honestly, I'd rather pay $18 and have to look at this beautiful website. You know, there's a couple typos on it. I'd rather deal with a typo-filled nutcase beautiful website rather than Nitrado's flat, bland, black and this really weird shade of orange website that honestly does not look welcoming or appealing to me in any shape or form. Like, at all. Like, no. I don't like this. I don't like the look of the Nitrado freaking website, if I'm honest. I just don't. I've never really liked it. But you know, that's just my opinion. That's just what I feel about it. I don't really have much else to really say. I mean, yeah, it sucks that the delay happened. It sucks that 24 minutes. What? Get out of my face, lady. It sucks that we're gonna have to wait another month. So, like, let's see. What did it say? So a month from Saturday, I think it is. Let's look here. Date and time preferences. Let's look. So a month from Saturday, I believe. Let's see. When is the February 25th? If my freaking thing will load. Ah, more 30 seconds. You know what? Let's click off. Let's use my phone. Let's use my phone instead because this thing's tripping. Let's see. So February the 25th will be a Tuesday. So the last week in February, which will be on Tuesday, is when we'll be getting this X expansion. Tuesday is a weird date. I mean, you would think you would want to put it on a weekend. I mean, like a Friday or something. But, or even a Saturday. But, you know, there's been Tuesday releases for expansions before. I've still found it to be very odd to have that kind of release date. But, you know what? It is what it is. You know, they're... I don't really know. See, I don't want to sound like a total douche nozzle that's just whining and not really doing anything much else. But I don't know what else to really say on it. I mean, it just sucks so much. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, there's sitting here whining isn't gonna make the expansion show up any further. Now, who knows? They could finish everything up before the 25th. They really could. It is possible. It is a thing that could happen. Now, would it be awesome? Yes. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But I would welcome it openly. But at the end of the day, these are people that can only do so much in one day. You know, it's, you know, not even 100 people working at the place, at the studio, and you also have to remember that they have other things other than Genesis that they be working on, all the PvP stuff, the meshing, the duping, and all that. I don't know why I said duping like that. All that kind of stuff that, as well, on top of working on Genesis, and on top of Atlas, which I think stopped production on and whatnot. On top of everything else, they also have Genesis. And reminder that even you, even me, there's only so much I can do in a handful of days. You know, there's only so much you can do in an 8 to 10 hour day. I mean, I don't work that many hours. The most I've worked is like 5 or 6, but still, there's only so much you can accomplish in one day, and we have to be patient, and we have to be mindful of those things, because guess what? We're not the ones developing the game, and they don't want to repeat the same thing they've been saying. I know I've been ragging on the company with this most of this video and ragging on the delay and whatnot, but I like to remain neutral when it comes to stuff like this. Like, yes, the delay sucks, but guess what? At the same time, you can only do so much. I've been saying that for years, and I will continue to say it until I die or stop making videos or whatnot. It's not going to happen. You may want it to happen, but it won't. You know, it sucks. It sucks, I know, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? There's not much else you can really do. Except for be patient, shut up and wait. That's really the only, I guess, advice I can really give, is just stop whining and just wait for the expansion. I mean, I'm not going to keep whining about it. This is the only time I'm really going to talk about it in a video that's a Let's Play video. But how to fix Ark is really simple. Just more options. And you know, if they do make a sequel to Ark, which I could see happening, it would just be 10 times smarter to just add in all the stuff that people would want to see. Like me, I would want to see more options for customization and whatnot. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to do it for this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, do not forget to drop it a like. And subscribe to the channel if you were new. Oh my goodness. So this is how Syntac gets those sick thumbnails. Alright. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna stop here. If you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. That thread is still on my Twitter. Do check it out. And add your thoughts. How would you want to fix Ark? Let's do this together. You know what? Let it be known in that thread, and it also, well, not in my comment box. The devs don't watch my videos, but on the Twitter, link in the description, and just scroll a little bit. You know, past the thumbnails and whatnot that I make for my videos. Anyways, let's put that away. Do that as a thumbnail. Put like a Arch Genesis logo and whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll be seeing you all next time. I don't know. I'm using that angle. Bye bye.